Hey guys, Vanessa here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another retail story time. As you guys know, I work in retail. In my last story time, if you want to check it out, I will leave it down below, but I'm trying not to make this intro very long because I know everybody hates long intros. But before we start, I just want to say 3 things, or maybe 4 things. I don't know, I can't count. The first thing that I want to say is that I love my job. Disregarding all of these horror stories that I'm probably going to continue to tell on my channel because I have many more to come from this. But yeah, I love my job. That's number 1. Number 2 is I hope that this camera is focused because I don't really know how to use it. And number 3 is I hope it's not too bright in here. Number 4 is let's just start the video because I don't remember what else it was that I was supposed to say. So here we go. Oh, I do remember what I was going to say now. It is that the title is not clickbait. I can't talk. The title is not clickbait whatsoever. I literally touched a stranger's pee. It was disgusting. So yeah, let's finally just let's start the story. I don't even know where to begin. It was just a normal day at work, and the line was kind of long. Where I work, the lines typically are pretty long, but it was a busy day like any other day, and we're timed on the register, and so we just keep calling people up to our registers. I called this customer up to my register, and I don't want to sound like mean or anything, but he wasn't well groomed and he wasn't very hygienic. You could tell just by looking at him. I was possibly thinking that he was homeless. That definitely was a possibility. He could have been homeless. I'm not really sure. So he comes to my register and he buys a few things. He pays with cash. Nothing out of the ordinary. He was a nice guy. I started counting the money and the money was wet. Yeah, okay, hold on. Just let me finish really quick, okay? So the money was wet and I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I have touched a lot of wet money at my job. I mean, a lot of women have handed me like their money from, you know, like out of their shirts. Actually, I haven't got anybody hand me any money out of their shoe yet. Let me just knock on wood real quick because that's gross too. But I mean, this story is worse. So he hands me the money and it's wet and I don't say anything because I don't want to be rude. Like, what am I going to say? Sir, your money is wet. I'm not going to take it. No, I would never say anything like that to anyone. Like, I wouldn't even make a comment about it like, haha, oh, this money's wet. What happened? No, I don't like to be rude. I don't like to make things awkward. Anyways, I don't even know where I was going with that. But so his money was wet and I start counting it and it's literally all singles and they're all like balled up like in like his money, it was like this. I mean, it wasn't this much money obviously, but like it was the size, they were all size of dollars, but they were all wadded up in like wads. Just like this. It was wadded up and I'm like untangling the money and he's also putting change on the counter, so I'm counting the change and stuff out too, like no biggie because I've counted lots and lots of money in quarters. I've counted mass quantities of money at my register by hand, one by one, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, so that small amount that he was giving me was literally nothing. I'm counting it and taking the money out of the wads. And then he was short a few dollars. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I think it was like $3 or something like that. And I let him know that he's short a few dollars. I'm like, oh, sir, it's whatever. I don't know. Let's say it was $37 and he only had like 33 or 34, whatever. I was like, oh, it's $34.57 here. So you owe me a few dollars. And then he was like, oh, okay. And like he like freaked out. Like it was the strangest thing. And he was in a wheelchair and he was rolling his wheelchair outside of our doors, and they're automatic doors. So he rolls his wheelchair outside of the door really quickly as I'm like ringing up his money. He left his money with me, like he didn't even take the money with him. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? So I just take all his money and everything that he bought and I just put it inside of like a large bag on the side because he bought a lot of like rugs and things like that. So I like put them off to the side in hopes that he'll come back because I'm like, why did he leave me with it? Maybe he went out to his car to get his card. I put it off to the side and then I look outside and our store has security guards there. And one of the security guards, we have headsets on and he's talking through the headset. What he says will have ruined me for the rest of my life. I guess this man, he went outside and he had a catheter in, which that's no big deal. Like, some life happens. Sometimes people have to have those things. Like, that's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But instead of using the restroom, he took his catheter out and released the fluids. I guess, I don't know how to say this. This is just disgusting me. But he released his fluids out right in front of the automatic doors. Like, you walk out, you would literally step in this man's, you know, his releases. It was just flooded all over the floor.
Okay, so I was just going over the footage to explain this. When I was saying that he should have used the restroom, what I meant was he should have used the restroom to dump his catheter instead of dumping it in the road, because I don't know much about catheters, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to dump them in the road. And I'm almost sure that you're supposed to dump them in the bathroom, but I don't really know. Correct me if I'm wrong. And also right now when I said in the road, I didn't mean the road, I meant in front of the store. Okay, back to the story. Okay, bye.
And the security guard had said on the headset to the manager, letting her know that he had done this so he can figure out like what to do. I'm pretty sure that's against health code to have human fluids, you know, outside right where people enter and exit of a retail store. It didn't really click in my mind exactly what was going on until that instance. Let's rewind a little bit back in the story when I said this man's money was wet. You remember that, right? Let's put two and two together now. He was also sitting on the money. I forgot to mention that. He was lifting himself up and pulling the money from his back pocket or from underneath him.
I also want to add that the money and him as a person did actually have a smell to it, but like I was saying in the beginning, I did think that it was just a hygiene problem and nothing to do with urine.
You can guess why that money was wet. This is where it was completely and 100% confirmed to me. So I'm helping some more people. Meanwhile, this man's bag is just, you know, on the side with his bag of money and all his items. He got back into the line. I didn't know that. But he proceeds to get back into the line and he gets to me and I see him and I'm like, oh, I have your things right here, you know? And then he looks at me in my face and he said, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh no, like it's perfectly fine. Like you just went to go get your card, you know, like it's cool. Like it's perfectly fine. And he's like, I'm really sorry. I had to empty my pee bag outside. I can't remember exactly what he had said or how he had worded it, but he said something along the lines of, yeah, everything in my chair was covered in it. Everything in my chair was wet. I was already recounting his wet money in my hands. I had to finish the transaction. I didn't know what more to do. But this man literally allowed me, like he knew that everything in his chair was wet. And he let me touch it, not once, but 2 times. Like how can a human being allow someone knowingly to touch their pee? So I finished the transaction and I went off to wash my hands. And also, I forgot to mention that after he had left his things up there and I kind of put them off to the side, he was going around looking for me throughout the store. Like, where's that girl? She has my money and my things. And instead of saying, you know, that's, you know, why he left and that his money was wet or whatever, he just wanted me to just obviously just touched the money again. So yeah, that's my story. I don't even know what else to say. There's really no conclusion of that story. There actually is an update though. Prior to this happening, I actually seen this man outside of multiple stores asking for money. So I feel really bad for him. He could also be some kind of con artist because he came in there buying things for like the home. Like, he bought rugs and trash cans, so he has somewhere to live, obviously. So it's possible he's a con artist. I don't know. The world may never know.
And when I say prior, what I meant to say was that for some reason he looked very familiar to me, and then way later on I remembered seeing him outside of other stores besides our store begging for money. And yeah.
But yeah, that's my story time. I have many more story times. I don't really know because I have so many of these stories that it's insane. I really don't even know where to start. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't know where it's at. The subscribe button. I don't know if it's here. I don't know, but you know, click it. Follow me on Instagram. What else do I have? I don't know. Instagram, Snapchat. I'll put the social media that I have in the next slide coming up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys on the next video. I have a lisp. Okay, bye.